Hey, what is up, Coffee Nation? We got a new sort of review, I guess. What am I drinking? This is Gatorade, the orange flavor. No, not really a review. More as, you know, just general trip information and stuff. I only had one cup of coffee the entire day on the airplane. I didn't want to be annoying though, because flying it's hard enough, but you know. And it's kind of a red eye because I got out of work late last night, and then my flight was so early in the morning, I had to just keep going. I went to bed around 2:30, and then woke up, got some dinner, got some supplies, and then now here I am. So yeah, I guess. Well, what did I have for dinner? I said McDinner because it was McDonald's. Um, yeah, that's kind of where the title of this video came from, A Tale of Two Cities, McDonald's. Because, you know, it's kind of a tradition at this point. Every time we go to Disneyland, we'll go to the McDonald's across the street from Disneyland. Um, you know, kind of a tradition. You know, it's generally one of the cheapest places in the area. Now, a lot of people have that where they're like, oh, I only eat local. I mean, that's acceptable for New York, but being in America, especially over by Anaheim in this area, you don't really want to go local. They got a few, like, interesting chains and stuff. You know, you can't normally get places. California specific chain restaurants like Blaze Pizza I wanted to go to because the one in our town closed. Um, what else? California Pizza Kitchen. We went to Earl of Sandwich earlier, which is a sandwich chain, a hot sandwich chain. Uh, you know, $9 for a sandwich though, and that's not even with sides or anything. Those cost extra. I mean, really, it's just about playing kind of saving the money on the trip. Because, I mean, realistically, everybody says they want to go out, they want to do it right, But, what was it? Well, that's kind of how we got on this trip. So, Alyssa's dad was over here saying he wanted to do Disney, but he wanted to do it like he wanted to go on the weekend. He wanted to stay at the resort, and then he wanted to stay for like the whole weekend. Which, if you frequent Disney, you know that's a bad idea. Um, really, this is one of the most expensive trips you can go through. Um, Realistically, because if you don't know what you're doing, then it's gonna start adding up real quick. Um, and people love Disney. People love Disney, but it doesn't have a lot of, the biggest discount you can get on tickets is like $7 if you do it through Getaway Today. And then there aren't a whole lot of other, they have vacation packages and stuff where if you save on it altogether, but just outright discounts, it's just no dice. So, but yeah, I like that McDonald's. Unique traits. So I've been to one in New York and I've been to one in Anaheim, and they both have very unique traits because they're in different cities. Now, especially compared to my home in Tucson, so the coffee and the soda here cost significantly more. Black coffee at McDonald's is $1.89, okay, opposed to just the flat $1.09, and that's before tax. That's before California 13% sales tax, 14% sales tax, and then the soda is actually like $2.50 for a soda, but you can refill it. So New York, the soda there it's $1 still, but it's a la carte. So you have to buy another soda and pay the New York sales tax every time you want a refill. And then, because it's the cheapest thing in the area, or I guess most economic, there's also Denny's and IHOP, and we went to Denny's like a few times because that's one of the cheapest steaks in the area. Um, Other restaurants, it's like mostly casual dining and upper end casual dining. Cheesecake Factory, Tony Romo's, Ruth Chris. What the hell was that place called? Blues Kitchen or whatever's in downtown Disney, really. Which, it's okay if that's your thing. But again, for just us to eat there, that would be like 80 to $100. And, that's a meal. That's for a meal. No alcoholic beverages because we aren't doing alcohol this trip. I can't imagine if you had like a family of five. So your cheapest options at this point are maybe stick to a few of the chains in the area or, eat in Disney, which is expensive, but, it's still a little better than it could be. Another thing, uh, on the note of chains, 7-Eleven, Walgreens, I actually went to them for the first time tonight, but they were picked over because, it is, the prices actually reflect that of prices in my own home in Tucson, so they're pretty general across the board. I usually have a rule bring your own booze because that's one of the most expensive things you can buy while you're out. But actually, beer and wine was about the same price, and you know, a bottle of rum was costing what a bottle of rum might cost in Tucson, which, again, it really doesn't look that bad when you're against Anaheim prices. Because sometimes a local liquor store, they'll fleece you, you know. I remember my first time in Los Angeles, a 6 pack of beer cost me like $30. But then a bottle of rum was like 300, and I was like, God damn. So yeah, people say they definitely don't do McDonald's, but I mean, if you're coming this far, you know, do McDonald's. Do everything you can to save some cash. McDonald's isn't horrible. And I mean, really, at the end of the day, I guess that's all that matters. Um, you have you get some trip opposed to no trip just because you're stubborn to not do it, you know? Because we're doing it right. We're doing it. We're going to Disneyland for 4 days and we're saving money in the process. So, you know, I'll have my first coffee review hopefully tomorrow with some of the park coffee and then maybe some more travel tips along the way. So, uh, I'll leave you with that. Stay coffee.